Oh, apparently the little wind muff thing on the microphone, yeah, it fell off or something at some point. So the last two videos, I was wondering why the audio was so much worse than the previous videos, and now I know. There was no wind muff. My bad. Hopefully it wasn't too intolerable. I haven't gotten any comments about it, but still, I like my audio to be decent. It's the best I can hope for. Tell you what, my kids gave me quite the scare as I was getting ready to leave on the ride today. After I got my bike and pulled it out and let it sit out for a minute, like, I just, you know, I pull it out, get it ready before I start it and whatnot. And so it was sitting out, and my kids were climbing on it, which is, you know, fairly normal. They climb on the bike, whatever, it happens. And yeah, so I told them to get off and go play. So I was getting ready to leave, because I don't mind them climbing on it as long as they know how to behave usually. But today, when I went to go start it, you know, I turned the key on. I wasn't sitting on the bike, so I wasn't prepared or anything. I reach up and just hit the starter, and the bike starts to take off. These little, my kids had put my bike in gear while they were playing on it. And usually they sit on this, they sit on the seats. No harm, but not this time. This time they decided to mess with stuff, so they got in trouble, and I was a little startled because they were standing right beside me, and you know, bike lunges forward, it can be worrying. So I had my bit of excitement for today. Once again, I'm out riding. I don't have a topic, so I mean, we'll see what happens. Stuff just happens to me, and that's how these videos get made usually. Occasionally I've got a topic on hand, but mostly I just like to ride and take random turns and see what comes up. Oh, by the way, sorry about yesterday's very like ambiguous title. I tried to title it appropriately, and I think the appropriate title would have probably drawn more views because it's not doing well. But it's a very ambiguous title, and there's really nothing I could do about it if I wanted the video monetized. I mean, granted, 35 views, I don't think I'll make even a cent off of it, but still, you know, it's about the principle. I'm trying to stay off the shit list, as it were. So I had to delete it and re-upload and retitle and retag. I finally got it to work, but now it left me with a super clickbaity title. This road is really greasy. Yeah, look, I can't stop myself from rolling without the brakes. It's so slippery. I probably shouldn't come on a road like this, but whatever. I've been on 4 a million times. I never even realized that's where I was coming. I don't think about where I'm going. I just turn. That's why quite often you'll see me on the same roads, because I'm not thinking about where I'm going. Just habit kicks in. Oh, and yesterday's video, there was a rendering issue because of Sony, or yeah, because Sony Vegas. So I wound up rendering like 10 minutes of black screen, and I uploaded it without looking, and that was my fault. So overall I had to upload yesterday's video 3 times. You know, I watch a lot of car channels, and to be fair, before I made a motovlog channel, I probably would have made a car channel, but I don't have a cool car anymore and can't really afford one, so. I've always been a bike and car guy. I'm not exclusive to one. And this isn't exactly a motovlogging channel, it's a vehicle channel technically, but I just do motovlogs. But I watch a lot of car channels, and that's what brings this up. I see a lot of them, they put the E85 setup and the flex fuel setup, you know, and a lot of them have a hard time finding places to get E85. And I don't know, I find it odd, because here it's everywhere. And I see a lot of them, they're in bigger cities, and I would think it'd be easier to find it there. I was gonna segue into the Hurricane because that's the way my mind works, but if I tried to use it as a segue, speaking of this, it wouldn't make any sense to anyone except for me. So I won't use the segue as I won't use it as a segue, but I'm gonna segue over This reminds me a lot of like Pine Hills, this setup, except these houses are much nicer, but it's the same setup. Bunch of cookie cutters along the road, along a, you know, fairly busy street. It's just off of Main Street. I don't know, it's not really important, but it came to mind. That hurricane, here's hoping, I mean, and likely just, I lived in Florida for a long time. It's likely that a lot of that hurricane will dissipate, but you never know. And here's just, you know, here's hoping that the Hurricane Irma dissipates and, you know, drops category before it hits mainland. And also hopefully Jose doesn't turn anything. And what's the other one? I don't know. There's like 2 or 3, I think. But yeah, hopefully nothing comes to that. And I see a lot of stuff like all over Facebook and whatnot that's talking about, I was in Florida in 2004. They think this is bad. Blah, blah, blah. We had 4 hurricanes in a month. And yeah, we did. I lived there during that time, but it's not the same. And in the wake of Hurricane Harvey, a lot of people are, you know, freaking out right now, and it's understandable. A lot of those people in Florida now, like, they weren't old enough to even ever see a real hurricane. Sure, they get hurricanes all the time, but like category 1 and 2 and nothing serious, mostly just rain and wind. I mean, I've grown pretty immune to hurricanes. I lived there for years, but I can imagine in the wake of Hurricane Harvey, a lot of people are probably freaking out. And I'm seeing a lot of like shit talking about people freaking out about hurricanes on Facebook, because I'm still Facebook friends. I haven't talked to any of them forever, but I'm still Facebook friends with a lot of people from Florida, or a few people. Anyway, I'm still friends with a few people from Florida, and I see a lot of, you know, shit talking people that are freaking out about hurricanes, but they're not realizing a lot of these people freaking out, they weren't around for any other like real major hurricanes, or they were too little to remember. Because I remember, I think it was Hurricane Andrew many years ago. That was before I moved to Florida, but it was while I was visiting, and that was a pretty big storm. But yeah, a lot of these people, they've probably never been in a real hurricane, so they only know these standard hurricanes that they get every year and tropical depressions and stuff. So like, they're freaking out. And again, like in the wake of Hurricane Harvey, a lot of people are freaking out. I would guess a good portion of Florida is prepared due to the amount, the sheer just amount of hurricanes and rainfall they get. I would say a good percentage of Florida is, you know, prepared, and the state is built pretty well to handle it. So I would think they're okay. People are like, but Katrina, it wasn't near as bad. And yeah, but they were below sea level, and the levees weren't really up to snuff, as it were. And Texas, the Houston area, they weren't prepared for something like that. I would think that, you know, Florida should be able to handle it, but I don't know, and it's probably bad to say because I don't know. Like, this video will be up Friday, it should be, and I'm not exactly sure when landfall is supposed to hit. So this could all sound really insensitive if this video comes up after the hurricane, and it was super severe. So, mind you, I'm recording this Thursday. I recorded this yesterday, so if any of this comes across and it sounds insensitive, these are just my guess and my topic. Like, it's not even what I intended to talk about. I didn't have a topic. It came up, and that's how my videos are made. I don't usually premeditate it, and I like to just see what happens. But if I were to guess, I'd say there probably will be damage, and it'll probably be more along the southeast side. Just to guess, I haven't really kept up with all about the hurricanes, but there will be some damage, but I don't think it'll be as severe as like Houston. And I definitely don't think it'll be like Katrina. But again, that's just my uneducated opinion. I haven't kept up. I know it's supposed to be category 5, but a lot of times once they hit land, they lose a lot of speed, and it'll probably go along the coast. I'll probably stay mostly in the ocean, and probably like, I don't know, Miami all the way up to Daytona, it'll probably get hit pretty hard. And here's hoping, but yeah, I don't know, but here's hoping maybe it'll turn out. You never know. And look, I'm going the opposite way of when I started. Unintentional, just it happens. So, I mean, I don't really have a lot of insight. Again, I'm not in Florida right now. I'm hoping that everyone's okay down there, and I'm guessing they will be. But I'm hoping everyone's gonna be okay. I would, you know, I would say specifically certain people, but it's about the population as a whole. It's not just about Salt the Wound or Blockhead or, you know, like, who else is down there? Is 1320 down there? Adam LZ, I think they're that area. I'm not sure. I'm not subscribed to them, but I've watched some of their stuff. But yeah, like, it's not about those people specifically. About the population as a whole. And I've endured a few hurricanes. And it's never been anything super serious. Not to say there hasn't been anything super serious, but I'm just saying I've been lucky. And hopefully the state of Florida is lucky too. But you know, this video, it's not really being as fun as I would have liked it, so I'm gonna call it. Alright guys, I'm at home. I'm gonna leave the camera rolling as always, just in case anything interesting happens. But if not, I'll see you on the next video. It's weird to say on this video, of all videos, but make sure if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and subscribe. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike, and tell me why. If you got something to say, just leave a comment down below. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.